In what is being described as one of the most shocking developments in South African political history, the High Court has issued a jaw-dropping ultimatum to President Cyril Ramaphosa: resign within 14 days or face immediate legal action that could lead to imprisonment. The ruling, handed down early this morning, has thrown the nation into a state of political upheaval, leaving allies scrambling, opponents rejoicing, and ordinary South Africans grappling with the reality of an unprecedented crisis at the very heart of government. Sources close to the proceedings confirm that the High Court's ruling stems from a culmination of months of investigations into allegations of misconduct, abuse of office, and corruption tied directly to the presidency. While the full judgment has not yet been publicly released, legal experts who have reviewed excerpts describe the evidence as overwhelming and damning. According to insiders, the court explicitly warned that failure to comply with the ultimatum would trigger immediate enforcement actions, which could include arrest and detention. The judges were clear: no one, not even the sitting president, is above the law, a senior court official told reporters. They have given him a 14-day window to step down voluntarily. This is an extraordinary measure, but one that was deemed necessary given the gravity of the findings. Within hours of the ruling, the African National Congress, ANC, descended into chaos. Top party officials were reportedly summoned to emergency meetings, with senior figures debating the best approach to manage a crisis that could redefine the party's future. Some factions are reportedly urging Ramaphosa to resign quietly, in an attempt to preserve party unity, while others are demanding he fight the ruling aggressively, claiming the court overstepped its mandate. Party insiders revealed the tension is palpable. There's fear, confusion, and anger, one senior ANC source admitted. No one anticipated a scenario like this. Some are calling it the biggest crisis the ANC has faced since the end of apartheid. The timing could not be worse for Ramaphosa. Already struggling with internal dissent, a fracturing party base, and ongoing scrutiny over corruption scandals, he now faces a direct, legal threat to his presidency. Analysts warn that the next 2 weeks could see unprecedented turbulence in the nation's political. Opposition leaders have wasted no time in capitalizing on the ruling. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, described the court's ultimatum as a historic victory for the rule of law and urged South Africans to demand immediate accountability. The Democratic Alliance, DA, went further, calling for full transparency and demanding that all implicated officials, not just the president, face justice. Social media platforms erupted within minutes of the ruling. Hashtags calling for Ramaphosa's resignation, accountability, and public demonstrations began trending nationwide. Experts warn that public sentiment could escalate tensions even further, with potential for widespread protests, rallies, and confrontations as citizens demand answers. The legal and constitutional stakes. Legal analysts are describing the court's decision as a constitutional earthquake. While South Africa has mechanisms to remove a sitting president through parliamentary procedures, this direct judicial intervention is virtually unprecedented. It raises complex legal questions about the separation of powers, judicial authority, and the mechanisms through which accountability is enforced at the highest level of government. The court's message is unequivocal, said a constitutional law expert. The president must act, and he must act quickly. If he does not, we are entering uncharted territory where the judiciary could directly enforce compliance, potentially resulting in the incarceration of a sitting head of state. The global community is also watching with bated breath. Analysts in London, Washington, and Brussels have flagged the ruling as a potential turning point for South Africa, not only politically but economically. Investors and international partners are likely to react cautiously, as political instability at this scale could impact markets, foreign investment, and regional stability. Diplomatic sources indicate that envoys are already in contact with both the president and key ANC figures, urging calm and measured responses while monitoring the legal proceedings closely. For President Ramaphosa, the next 14 days represent a high-stakes countdown. His legal team is reportedly working around the clock to explore all possible avenues, including urgent appeals, negotiations with political allies, and attempts to seek a stay of the court's enforcement orders. However, the High Court's wording leaves little room for delay, making the situation exceptionally tense. Sources close to the presidency suggest that Ramaphosa is weighing his options carefully,